Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2023 Netflix original film, Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. So this is the next iteration of the Zom 100 manga series. So 2023 we had the anime debut, so it was 12 episodes long. And then we have, then a month later, the live action premiered. I think it's like June 23 to July 23, something like that. It was summer of 23. And so this was interesting watching because I'm familiar with the story now. I'm familiar with the characters. I'm familiar with the plot points, the character development. The anime does an incredible job with that character development, stuff like that, right? This was very rushed upon. This live action was very rushed upon, which makes sense from a story perspective in regards to pacing because you're doing a film which is 2 hours and 9 minutes long versus an anime which is 12 episodes long, which is over 3 hours. So I get it. Certain characters and scenes are fleshed out more in the anime than the live action, but certain things I loved about this live action iteration, and then other things I was a little concerned about. So, thing I really, really loved is how the couple, the husband and wife couple in Kira's apartment complex that he like visits while shimmying down the drain pipe that one time, right at the beginning, the wife is pregnant, asks them, what they want from the convenience store because he's going. And so then when he comes back, he sees the apartment is just blood covered and stuff like that. It's very much page to screen. I didn't read the manga, so I can't compare page actual. I can compare anime to live action now. That's very much what happened in the anime, and then that's it. So we know that they are eaten and dead and gone and now zombies. But the couple who is presumed dead in this live action makes a live appearance at the very end in regards to Akira Tando's boss, his operation. They're working for him. So it was nice seeing that they didn't die, that they are actually alive, that somehow they escaped, and then they've been in the hands of this corporation, if you will, organization working throughout the zombie apocalypse. So I liked that. Things that I found interesting as well is Shizuka's character, mixing with Kencho, mixing with Akira. The three of them worked very well together. But there was no Beatrix in this. There was no Beatrix in this. The German exchange student who is loving, Japanese culture, specifically the hot springs of Nippon. We get a hot spring scene, but there's no Beatrix. And then it's just things. Like, I loved that samurai aspect of Beatrix that we get within the anime. So there's certain parts of this live action that were comboed. So there's very specific extended episode scenes of like getting the RV, right, in the anime. And then in this, it was very summarized. They were whining and dining with the stewardesses, and in this convenience store in this live action, and then they escape after everybody turns into a zombie in that particular store, and then they come across this RV which is parked nearby, and then just get in the RV and go. And it's fine. I thought that was a good summary. I liked how the boss, Akira Tento's boss, had an operation in the anime in like this warehouse facility after their tires get, spike taped with the on the RV, and they're forced to then work there for a couple days, whatever. But it was kind of comboed. So the whole aquarium scene, which that zombie shark that I was very worried was not going to make it into the live action, made it into the live action. I was very happy about that. They comboed the boss's warehouse organization taking place at the aquarium. So it was one of those two birds, one stone kind of bits. So it was a nice summary of that as well. And I thought it was appropriate in regards to pacing. So having the moments of, Akira going back into his, yes, boss, anything you say, boss, I'll do this, boss, aside from what he's been doing with making his bucket list, doing this and doing that and making sure, he and his now friends are going to be doing all of these things. And I thought it was a neat similarity between show to film, about him repressing back into that, yes, yes, yes kind of a thing, doesn't know how to say no. And then the flip side of that is he becomes that superhero. He gets that shark suit with the titanium mesh that nothing can penetrate it, and then fighting the zombie shark with the diver legs throughout. It was very cool. It was a very cool scene, very extenuated scene. This was much longer, and the battery punch with the conductivity of the steel suit with mixing with the sensory that the shark has. I thought it was very well done. I thought it was very accurate in regards to fight scene, anime to live action. I thought it was cool. I just really wish that Beatrix was in this with her samurai fighting aspect. I thought she's just so cool within the show, and it's unfortunate she didn't make it to the live action. Now I'm curious if there will be another season of the anime, another live action sequel, because there's a lot more story, especially within the anime. This film was maybe the first 6 episodes, roughly, of the anime. So the next chunk is the friends then go to visit Akira's family in their remote village and the battle that happens there and stuff like that. And then again, I haven't read the manga, so I don't know what happens after that. A lot of stuff can happen after that. So it's very neat watching this, understanding certain things about the story within regards to the show, because I thought this was a good representation of the show. Akira had that loud, boisterous personality when he finally realized he doesn't have to go to work anymore, and then going back into that, yes, boss, anything you say, boss, then coming back out of it again. I thought it was a good representation because that's what the character does in the show, and that's what the character does in this film. I assume that's what the character does in regards to the manga as well. I want to read them at some point. That my TBR list, my to be read list is quite long, so it's definitely not at the top of the list, but I'm going to add it in because it's a great series. It's a great story. It's a great questioning of what does it take to be a hero. And I know I just said this within regards to the anime, but the messages translate very well from show to film, and I'm very happy about that. I was very happy seeing it as well. My biggest concern, and something I really, 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 really loved in regards to the show, is that the blood, the visceral slime, the bodily fluids of the zombies in the show are multicolored. Full rainbow spectrum. It's not just red, right? And I said it in a few different zombie projects, we get a lot of black slime, we get a lot of red slime, we get a lot of green slime for zombies. Never a lot of multicolor slime. That was interesting. That's different. In this, a lot of it is black. Certain zombies had certain multicolor splotches on them, which was clearly a nod to the show, and I'm assuming the manga. But there are not many visible zombies in this that have the multicolor zombie stuff. A lot of them is just black gook and black slime and stuff. I would have loved for the multicolor zombie juices to translate to screen in regards to this live action film, because it was just so cool and iconic and splatter worthy in regards to the anime. I would have loved to see it visually in the live action. I didn't. It's not gonna ruin anything else. It was just a little tiny little minute thing that I really would have wanted, but I didn't get. But my biggest concern when I talked about the anime was I wanted that zombie shark, and we got the zombie shark. So my biggest concern was evaluated and discussed, and I saw it, and I was very happy. This shark had way more legs than the anime, and I thought it was appropriate. I thought it was well done. I want my own zombie shark repellent suit made of titanium mesh. Everybody needs one now in a zombie apocalypse, an inevitable zombie apocalypse. So, live action, 2023, Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. Awesome film. Oh, another thing I really loved about this, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the story. I've never, and this is going to sound strange, I've never seen anybody write in Japanese. I've seen, characters in shows, like a cartoon or something, write. And, I've seen people write in English, right? I myself can write in English, like pen to paper, write in English. I've never seen humans, write in Japanese, pen to paper Japanese. It was different. It was very interesting because I am not familiar with that. And it was neat watching somebody actually put a pen to paper, writing the Japanese alphabet out, writing the characters out, forming words. I can't read any of it. I don't know what any of those characters mean in regards to syllables, vowels, consonants. I have no idea. But it was very cool from a cultural point watching an actual human being take a pen, put it to paper, and write out words, write out this bucket list. Very cool. I was geeking out about that. The simple humanity of it, I thought was the coolest part of this entire show, to be completely honest. Loved it. Bucket List of the Dead. Zom 100. On to the next review. Mahalo.